Hi everyone, it's Nicole here from Sydney English Teacher and from the Successful English Learner by Sydney English Teacher. And I'm coming to you live on Facebook and on YouTube with my question of the day for today. Welcome to episode number 6. I hope that you've been enjoying the previous episodes and that you've learnt a lot of great tips to help you with your English learning and practice and improvement. I'll be live here every day this week, Monday through to Friday. So please keep coming back every day. If you're unable to join me live, that's okay too. You're more than welcome to watch the replay either on the Facebook page, Sydney English Teacher, or over on my YouTube channel, Sydney English Teacher as well. So let's begin today's episode by having a look at the question that we'll be focusing on. So recently, someone asked me this question. I don't enjoy reading. What else can I do to improve my reading skills? That's a really, really good question. A lot of people don't enjoy reading. They enjoy, more entertainment like watching television or listening to the radio or, seeing something on the internet. And that's okay. That's completely understandable. But obviously, we need to read in order to improve our reading skills in English or in any other language. So, I'm here today to answer this question and to give you some great tips about what you can do to improve your reading skills, even if you don't enjoy reading. Are you ready? Number one, what I want you to do is to focus on the indirect reading that you do every day through your daily activities. You would be so surprised by how much you actually read throughout the day without even realizing it. You read emails, text messages, signs, advertisements, maybe the Facebook posts. um, all of these things happen naturally throughout the day for you without you really making an effort to sit down and read. So, what I'm trying to say is, you don't really need to sit down and say, I'm reading now, I'm spending 20 minutes reading, because you don't need to. You have most likely, by the end of the day, already read for longer than 20 minutes throughout the day. So, look, don't be upset with yourself if you don't regularly take the time to sit down and practice reading skills per se, because you do a lot of indirect reading every day as part of your routine anyway. Maybe just make sure that you read even more emails, even more text messages, even more Facebook posts, so that that indirect reading gets longer and longer and longer. Now, the next tip is read what you are interested in. That's right. It's so important to find something that you're really interested in and you want to know more about. You know, reading is not a chore or unenjoyable if you actually focus on the what, on the topic, and you really want to find out more about it or learn more about it. So if you are interested in something, then reading is something that you want to do in order to find out some more information or learn some more. So, you might read a newspaper article, you might do some research on the internet, you might look into an information book. Doesn't really matter what you're reading. The main thing is that you find something, you identify something that you're interested in, and you sit down and read it. Much more fun. Reading won't be as boring. It will be much more enjoyable. And most likely, you'll understand a lot more too. Next, another tip is watch the movie and then read the book. So, look, if you really enjoyed a particular movie, go to the bookshop and buy the book in English, of course, and read the book for that movie. I promise you, it will not be even half as difficult as you think because you already know the story. That's so important. You'll understand a lot more of the words that are printed in the book because you already have a general idea of what the book, the story, is all about. And you know what? Sometimes the book is even better than the movie. And you might even realize while you're reading that the book and the movie are not 100% identical. You might have some surprises while you read, and you might enjoy it even more. So, find a movie that you've enjoyed, watch it, and then read the book. Enjoy reading the book and compare the story of the book and the movie. Sounds like fun, doesn't it? Another tip I have for you is to use the subtitles feature on your phone, on your, what should I say, iPad, on your tablet, or on your TV. So when you are watching a movie, I would suggest, if you want to practice reading skills, that you turn the subtitles on. Normally, I would not recommend this if you want to watch something for listening practice. Because if you want to develop your listening, then reading will not help. However, if you want to use watching a movie as a reading activity, and have fun watching a movie at the same time, well, the subtitles will do that. It will be fun. You'll see what's happening, you'll hear what's happening, and you'll improve your reading skills really quickly. You get to watch, listen, and read all at the same time. And obviously, it's so much easier to understand what you're reading because you're actually hearing it and seeing it too. So that makes a huge difference. Use the subtitles if you want to practice reading and have fun at the same time. So, a quick summary here of the most important points for you to remember about today's episode of improving your reading skills. Number one, indirect reading adds up. You already read so much during the day without even realizing it. So don't be upset with yourself if you don't take the time to sit down and, you know, focus some time on reading because you've already read a lot during the day anyway. Number two, focus on a topic that you're really interested in. Because if you read something that you enjoy, then reading is much easier, is much more enjoyable. And you know what? It's not a chore. You actually want to read because you want to find out more information about that topic. Number three, go and watch the movie. An enjoyable movie, watch it, go and get the book, and then read the book. If you already know the story, then reading that book and focusing on the words, the vocabulary, the meaning, the grammar is a lot easier. So watch the movie first and then read the book. And number 4, don't forget that you have the option to turn on the subtitles. It's not going to help you with your listening, but if you'd like to practice your reading skills while you're sitting on the couch relaxing, fabulous. Watch a movie and put the subtitles on, and you're doing 2 things or 3 things at the same time. You're multitasking. Wonderful. A quick bonus tip from me for today. I want you to think about why you don't enjoy reading. Is it because it's hard? Is it difficult? Or is it because you don't understand every single word? Don't compare reading English with reading your language where you understand every word. So think about it. Why don't you enjoy reading? Is it because it's difficult? Because you don't understand everything you read? Or is it something else? Set aside just 10 minutes a day for reading, and you'll already improve your skills, your confidence, so much more. You'll understand more. It will get easier. You'll read more quickly, more fluently, and it will be much more enjoyable. So sit down and think about why you don't enjoy reading, and that will help you to better focus and to make reading a little bit more enjoyable for you. Wonderful, everyone. So that is our episode 6 for today. If you have any questions at all about learning the English language, please get in touch either in the comments section below or by visiting the link here, sydneyenglishteacher.com.au/ask a question. And who knows, your question might be answered in one of these episodes very, very soon. I'd also like you to come back and to do some more learning with me. Join my free learning community where you will be able to improve your English skills every single day. You've got the Sydney English Teacher website, the Sydney English Teacher blog, my online courses, and exciting new learning library coming very soon. Stay tuned. You've got the Sydney English Teacher Facebook page and the amazing Successful English Learner Facebook group, and our great YouTube channel filled with hundreds and hundreds of learning videos on every possible topic of the English language. So come and join me. I'd love to help you over there as well. So thank you very much for joining me today for episode 6 of The Question of the Day. I hope you enjoyed the tips and that you'll be able to implement them to see some huge changes really quickly and to make learning English a lot more fun. If you found this video helpful, click on the share button and share it with your family and friends. I'm sure they will find it helpful too. Thank you so, so much, and come back again tomorrow.